How's it, guys? Welcome to my home studio. My name is Kelly, and on my channel I like to share planner videos, art videos, recipes, crafts, DIYs, mixed media, happy mail and hauls, fountain pens, and fountain pen ink, but of course, and sometimes I will throw in a lifestyle video. So if any of those genres sound appealing to you, I hope you do consider subscribing to my channel. And without further ado, feast your eyes on this beauty. You see what it says there? Pelikan. Now this is my first Pelikan pen, and this was completely inspired by adventure Denali. So Alicia, this bud's for you. And I chuckle and I laugh, and I say that because when I say that when I make that statement, my friends know exactly what I'm referring to. So I'll just show you. You see that little fella there in the middle? We call him Bud. He's my Susu. He is my number one Susu, and those are two of his siblings. The other sibling, when this was given to me, wasn't born yet. So he's not in that picture. Hi, Jaybird. And that is my little Chrissy, my little lover, my little fur, as we call him, my topher, and my Bud. So when I say Bud, that's what I'm thinking of. That's what I'm referring to. I just love them. Anyway. This bud's for you. It's all in good fun. So let's take a look at it, shall we? Now I'm going to just across the board apologize in advance, just in case my girly voice comes out, because this is exciting. Super exciting. Super duper exciting, I have to say. Look at that. I'm going to have to do something with this. So it comes like that, and I've looked in here. So there's a book and whatnot. And this is really pretty, actually. This little faux leather case is rather nice, in fact. And I like it. Now, I'm sure I could fiddle around and take this off because I have a gallon leather, I'll just show you, pen case. It holds 40, it has 40 slots for pens. So, let me lift that up. My fountain pens go in here, as it were. Not all of them fit, but this one I'm going to make room for especially. So I can get away with taking this off and using it for something because it's pretty. Oh, here it is. Guys. You guys. Look at that beautiful pen. Wow. Now I have had my eye on this for quite some time, and then when you showed your video, Alicia, I was like, yes. It's so beautiful. Look at that. That nib is special. This is the tortoiseshell, just in case you aren't familiar. And I will link her channel below, guys, so you can... She's really cool, and she's rather interesting, if you ask me. I like her. She's my kind of people. But yeah, this is my first Pelikan. I'm really impressed with this. It's two-toned. I'm not sure. I don't have my other phone, so I can't look up the stats for you, but I'm sure if you just look at the website... And I got this off of Cult Pens, you guys. I love Cult Pens. Cult Pens I'm just obsessed. I get my iridescent diamine ink from there. They have 4 of them out. I have all 4. And if they get more out, I will get those too. And I get just a lot of my inks there. I did initially order this off of Ackerman. And my order went through just fine. And then they contacted me and said that it was actually out of stock. So they said, do you want a different pen? And I said, no. But I'll take X, Y, and Z. And yes, I'm being cryptic. And wait till you see what I got. Because I had ordered some ink in the same order that I ordered this in. And I also ordered ink back in November from them. So I had 2 bottles of ink already. But wait till you see what I got. Yes, I whistle. Anyway, this is it. It has 2 gold loops right there. Forgive my verbiage if I'm not saying the right verbiage for fountain pen speak. But there's 2 gold rings right there. And then there's one there. And on the lid, there's another ring. And of course, that's gold. It's gold plated, obviously. And the finial even has a little pelican on it. It's really cute. So, I think, yeah, there's a bee on there. I couldn't remember which nib type I got. So I got a broad nib. This is my Superior Labor Co. I have a few fountain pens in here that are inked up. These are all TWSBI Ecos. This is a TWSBI too. I guess I have my Durograph. I have in my planner. So this is another TWSBI. 580, I believe. So as of late, I've been keeping my inked up fountain pens in here. I had my brush markers in here when I was learning how to do that. But now I have my fountain pens in here. It works out nicely. Okay. And I have a few different things to show you. This is a new ink. I also got this off of Cult Pens. Look at that. It's Diamine. I love Diamine. And it's the Shimmer line. This is called Golden Ivy. Look at that. Feast your eyes on that. Hello. Hello. I think it will match this beautifully. Because this is tortoiseshell, and it has like brown streaks in this on the barrel here, or shaft, or whatever you call it. I'm in the medical field, so that's why my verbiage is the way it is. But in any event, it has like a green essence to it as well, I think. So I thought this color was perfect. Anyway, I'm going to use it. It's a new ink. I've never used it before, and I'm super excited about it. So first and foremost, I'm going to ink up. And I don't know if you're supposed to shake this or just rock it. If you know, let me know. But all of this needs to be distributed. I don't want to make anyone dizzy. So I'll just do that off camera. But all that needs to be distributed into this ink. This is a Rhodia pad here on my gallon leather writing board. This is the walnut one. Okay, that looks good. And I've washed this pen already. Especially you guys. I don't know what you do in your house, and I'm not dispensing any sort of medical advice, but be mindful of your packages. And I wash everything. I call it processing whenever I get a package in. I've done this forever, not just since COVID came out over here in the US, but I've always done that. I process my packages because it's dirty, you know. And especially now, I let things, they come in, I let them sit for 3 days, open them, let them sit for 3 days, so whatever's inside can breathe or whatever, disperse all of the germs. And then I process it and wash everything. So all of my things are clean. That's just a little neurotic tip. Take it or leave it. And again, I'm not dispensing medical advice. Okay, so back to business. This is the world we live in, and that's why I'm saying it the way I'm saying it. So you get the gist of it. So this is piston filling, and I just put the plunger all the way down to the bottom because I did wash it. And when I say wash it, I mean I also filled this up with water and emptied it out and yada yada yada. So I don't want to introduce water into my ink bottle because then you'll get mold. Okay, Golden Ivy, let's do it. I'm such a chatty Cathy today, as it were. And I'm just a jokester at heart. So, all right. And in case you aren't familiar, I always just say things based on what I already know. And I know that some people aren't familiar. So when it's piston filling, all you do is dip the nib all the way in, and you see that that's your feed. And I dip it in to about here. There's a little puka, a hole right at the top there. I don't want to stain this with the green. So I want to go in just enough. I need to pan out because this camera autofocuses. Sorry about that. But I want to go in just enough so I'm not staining the barrel up here. But I want to fill this right and properly. Hopefully I can do it on cue. Oh, oh. I think we're in business. Okay. I think I did get water in it. Oh well, what are you going to do? Luckily, this ink is relatively inexpensive, especially when you get it from Cult Pens. So, and I got free shipping. Just so you know, because who wants to pay for that shipping? Okay. Okay, guys. Now I'm going to try to show you this as humanly possible, best that I can, as humanly possible. And I'm filming with my phone, and it absolutely goes buck wild when any of the shiny hardware is shown. So I'm trying to get it close enough for you to see properly the pen as well as the ink, and trying to avoid the shiny stuff that makes it go in and out of focus. So please bear with me and forgive my filming. It is a work in progress. I would love to have a DSLR camera to film with, but you know. Anyway, here we go. Now I'm just gonna write with my, normal handwriting. I do know how to hand letter, and I am reading another book about calligraphy, so it's so much fun. I love it. I'll show you that in a different video, as it were. Oh, right off the bat, I can tell this feed is very forgiving, and it has some flex to it, which I really like. Pelikan. And pardon my pronunciation. Fountain M400 Fountain Pen. And this is smooth. Smooth like butter. Tortoiseshell. White. And I have a broad nib. Love. And in case anyone was wondering, this was from Cult Pens again, and it was $162.50 pounds sterling, and that translates to $205.90 per the exchange rate as of today, not of as of when I purchased this, because I purchased this a while ago. I'm just super duper busy. Like I said, I'm in the medical field and nothing has slowed down for me. In fact, it's gotten busier and more hectic, but that's fine. And anyways, that is a nice nib. This writes very nicely. You can post it. I like to match up the clip with the nib like that. That's how I like to do it if I post it. I love it. Love. That's very nice. I'm so into green and ochre and just like the outdoorsy colors as I think of it, and just like it. So this green is really appealing. So if you like nature and trees, this is just shy of 6 inches posted. And let's see. Let's be quite accurate here. 4.12345 4.6 nib included, and without the nib it's just shy of 4 inches. Just in case you were wondering. So for me, I like the way this feels just as is, just like this. Let's try a different paper. Now I have some things in the works, as I'm sure many of you fountain pen people do, if you're anything like me. And at the beginning of the year, I decided to switch over, it's my scratch paper, switch over to this as my fountain pen log and my ink log. Okay, and I have in here, this is the Hobonichi A5 size cover, and I think it's called Search and Collect. I can't remember. And I have 2 notebooks. This notebook, these notebooks are very slim, and I love that fact that I could have both in this planner, and this slips right in here and it closes up nicely, and it's flat, you know. And I love Hobonichi paper. I'm very familiar with it. I've been using Hobonichis since 2016, I believe. And so what I've discovered in my ventures here using this, and I didn't start using it until, let's see, 4/6/2020. And here's the thing. I'm accustomed, me show you this, to using this. This is my second Bulletjournal, and it's a Leuchtturm 1917. The paper is obviously, I love this paper. It is very, very, very different than the Tomoe River paper in the Hobonichis, okay? And that's fine. That's diversity I like, and that's what makes the world go round, in my humble opinion. But the paper is very different, so I wanted to switch over. Now, I have one from 2018. This is my 2019 and 2020, because I still have paper left in here. And I take my notes from my One Little Word by Allie Edwards in here, just in case you're interested. And I have Bujo stuff up at the top, but that's neither here nor there. But I wanted to switch over to using the Tomoe River paper so I could get more of a look-see at the sheening and the shading and all of that stuff, which is the beauty of using that sort of paper, the Tomoe River paper. Okay, now that being said, I'm all about it. Look at this beautiful iridescent ink there. Okay, look how gorgeous that looks. And it really brings out the different, this is the ink here. I just put one of my stamps there. Brings out the color nicely of these inks. However, it just bleeds through the paper so much that I'd have to skip a page instead of going back to back, writing my current fountain pen and my current ink, which I'm way out of order because I have, I don't know, a whole bunch of pens that I did do hauls on already that I haven't inked up yet, but I could not resist this pen, and so there you have it. And so, with that being said, I think I'm just going to scrap this as my currently inked and current fountain pen and currently inked, and I'm going to go with something else that's more suitable to my personal preferences and needs. And that's in the works. It's going to probably be a while before I can get my hands on it, but I need something thicker. I do believe this is 52 GSM, and I want 68 GSM. The only paper that I know of with the size of the notebook that I want, because I want an A5, would be the Enigma. I do believe that's what it's called by the Taroko shop, but they're on vacation. They're on Etsy. I've heard of them a long, long time ago. I know many of you fountain pen people know about it. But that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to use this instead just as scratch paper and testing paper because I do not want to waste this paper in any way, shape, or form. I'm not about that. So I will use it like that. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and use this first page. And just write. Let's see. Stay true. And you might hear the lawn mower in the background. My mister is mowing the lawn. Genuine soul. This writes really, really nicely on this paper. I like the way it works. Okay? And we'll look at that as soon as it dries in just a moment. And then I'm going to come into, this is my Superior Labor Co., which also matches my little pouch. These are from Baum-Kutchen. I pre-ordered it in April. Yeah, April of last year. And they came out in August. So, oh, those are my notes. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to test it on this paper as well. And then I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Terms, okay, it absorbs the paper or the ink rather beautifully. It writes very nicely on this paper. This is the Rhodia pad, very inexpensive. It's very smooth paper, and it also absorbs in a nice way with that paper, as it were. And this is the Tomoe River paper in a Hobonichi notebook. You can see, I don't know if my camera will do it justice, but this is a shimmer ink by Diamine, and it does pick it up. It's beautiful in person. If you like nature and trees and the color green, the Golden Ivy is very lovely. Very lovely. And this is this gorgeous Pelikan Tortoiseshell pen. And with a broad nib. I love it. And I wrote up here, so I could test things some more, a poem. I write my own poetry. I love poetry. I love reading poetry. I have several books of poetry. This is by a fellow from Australia named Bo Taplin. I always have him linked below in the description box. He has books out. He's on Instagram, and I highly recommend him if you like poetry. So, this is his poem. It's called Unstoppable. You are unstoppable. Not because you don't have failures or doubts, but because you continue on despite them. And I'll leave you folks with that. Thank you ever so kindly for watching. If you liked what you saw, I hope you do consider subscribing to my channel. And I sincerely wish each and every one of you a beautiful day. Peace out.